Starting out with dense fog this early morning. Prepare yourself. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Changes could be on the way to Onalaska's school calendar. We'll have the details in a live report. Those gummies and THC drinks you see at gas stations and shops could soon be banned in Wisconsin, the latest on a new bill. And is the American dream even something we can dream about anymore? A new study takes a look. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Tuesday, September 23rd, just about 6 a.m. Good morning to you all. Thanks for joining us. We will send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett in the Weather Center. Tracking some heavy fog this morning. It was really hard to see out there.
Yeah, I bet it was for you. In fact, we're seeing Onalaska right here. It's still that fog is lingering out there. In fact, folks that are taking it really slow out there now, you can see them now. Usually they're zooming on by 0 miles visibility. Eau Claire, similar conditions as well. You have some patchy to dense fog there with the clouds trying to get lower to the ground. How about La Crosse? If you can see it, there is La Crosse in there somewhere. And of course, this fog is going to linger into the morning hours and into the early afternoon with cloudy skies. And eventually, we'll see those clouds kind of subside. You see the sunshine will happen for us somewhere as drier air is coming in from Canada, and that'll help us out. But we do have a few showers to contend with. Some of that mostly coming back again into the evening hours and tonight. Hey, we'll also find ourselves getting into this. Current temperatures holding on to some 60s and some low, I should say low 60s to around 59 degrees. And eventually, we'll see conditions to, quell as far as the clouds are concerned. We'll get into some sunshine, mostly cloudy skies. You can see going to the 1 o'clock hour. And of course, we'll keep that going into Eau Claire, similar conditions down to partly cloudy skies for you. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up for your good looking day. So please stick around.
All right, thank you, Art. Onalaska parents and students, summer vacation could be changing in 2026. News 8 Now Seth Padilla is live in Onalaska with the potential calendar changes. Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. The school board voted last night to start classes as early as August 24th for the next academic year. That's a week earlier than the current September 1st start date required by state law. The district is requesting an exemption from the state due to high transportation costs for private school students who start classes earlier.
It's all about flexibility for us, right? I mean, when we're considering all of our options for next school year, we want the ability to look at everything. And one of those options we'd like to consider is starting prior to September 1st.
The earlier start would give the district more control over its calendar and reduce transportation costs. And now this is still awaiting final decision approval from the Department of Public Instruction. Live in Onalaska, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for that update. Seth will be following that as well. And meanwhile, those gummies and THC drinks you see at gas stations and shops could soon be banned in Wisconsin. A new bill would close a loophole that allows low THC products to be sold legally here. Current law allows products with Delta 9 THC under 0.3% to be sold in grocery stores, gas stations, and other places. If passed, those products would have to come off the shelf. Local business owners say that impact would be severe.
We would have to take most of the products off our shelves, honestly.
It would certainly be devastating, not only for us, but when we think about all the people we do business with, it would impact them as well.
The legislation would ban any products with psychoactive effects, prohibiting beverages, edibles, vapes, and oils. Governor Tony Evers and Microsoft announcing a $4 billion expansion of the Mount Pleasant Data Center. That project being called the world's biggest data center. It aims to make Wisconsin a leader in powering AI. Leaders say the project will create thousands of jobs, but some people are concerned about the environmental impact.
With this investment, Microsoft is making Wisconsin the home of the most powerful data center in the world.
The initial data center announced in 2023 is expected to be finished by 2026. The new $4 billion expansion should be done by 2028, they say. President Trump addresses the UN General Assembly today. The White House says he'll tout U.S. strength and his accomplishments. Many are watching to see what he says about Gaza. 80% of UN members now back Palestinian statehood, but the Trump administration opposes it. The U.S. is now charging a $100,000 fee for H-1B visa applications. Those allow highly educated foreign professionals to work in this country. The previous fee was between $2,000 and $5,000. The new fee applies only to new applications, not renewals. Google employees are protesting the rule, which could impact companies relying on skilled foreign workers.
Know from speaking with my coworkers on visas that they are scared that if they demand fair treatment at work, they will be retaliated against. So I call on all Googlers to stand in solidarity with our immigrant coworkers, because we cannot fight any of this alone.
The H-1B visa rule set to expire after a year, but it could be extended. Jimmy Kimmel Live is set to make a comeback after much controversy. ABC announcing that Jimmy Kimmel's show will return to the air tonight. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest on the fight over the late-night host suspension, which sparked a national debate about freedom of speech.
The show, which was abruptly and indefinitely taken off the air last Wednesday, is returning. ABC pulled the show after criticism and threats by the FCC over Kimmel's monologue where he suggested Charlie Kirk's killer was affiliated with the Make America Great Again movement.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
First of all, he said a terrible thing about Charlie, but he also suffers from the fact that he's got no talent and he's got no ratings.
Federal Communications Commission Chair Brandon Carr and networks of affiliate stations had threatened ABC over the remarks.
This isn't even a partisan issue. Free speech is the counterweight. It is the check on government control. That is why censorship is the authoritarian's dream. Those are Brendan Carr's words.
Kimmel's suspension sparked national outrage, with many subscribers to ABC's parent company Disney canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions, and protests from New York to LA.
It is our enduring duty as Americans to uphold our right to free speech, not just for Jimmy Kimmel and the hundreds of people who work for him, but for the preservation of our Constitution.
On Monday, a spokesperson for Disney said they suspended the show to cool tension over Kimmel's comments. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Disney said some of Kimmel's comments were poorly timed and insensitive, but after conversations with him, they decided to bring the show back. And the man accused in the Doe Dodge Inn stabbing faces his preliminary hearing today. Anthony Jackson is charged with first-degree intentional homicide after allegedly stabbing Alex Graff to death at the Doe Dodge Inn in December. A judge determined Jackson is competent to stand trial. His preliminary hearing is at 2:30 today. A traffic alert as you head out the door in Winona County this morning. Westbound bridges on I-90 over County Road 7 and Highway 76 are down to one lane for repairs. The Department of Transportation says the work should be finished by October 1st. The Franciscan Spirituality Center in La Crosse celebrating 40 years of service. The center continues offering a variety of programs, including silent retreats, grief support, and spiritual direction. Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey proclaimed the day Franciscan Spirituality Center Day.
It feels good to be here to read the proclamation, to acknowledge the work that is happening amongst this group of individuals and all the work that they're doing in our community.
During the event, attendees received a special blessing in honor of the milestone. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news. Trump meets with Democratic leaders to try to avoid a government shutdown. NVIDIA invests in a partnership with OpenAI, and a key labor report is running late this year. And is the American dream even possible in this current economy? Find out just ahead. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. La Crosse police officers Dakota Markin and Matthew Brewster are taking some time to play football with some young community members over the weekend. The pickup game happened under this beautiful fall sky on Sunday. Officers connecting with the community they serve. We love to see that. And thanks to James Hardig for sharing the photos. As you start to wake up, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the bourbon capital of the world, Bardstown, Kentucky. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Firefighters Credit Union. Get an 11% rebate on your kitchen upgrade now at Menards. Creating your dream kitchen is easy with Clearview Cabinetry. Choose from stylish finishes made with premium materials built to handle life's everyday messes. With soft closed doors, drawers, and smart accessories, Clearview fits your life and style. Hurry in today and get these La Home kitchen cabinets for $39.99.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
Right now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, get our lowest prices of the year. For a limited time only, we're offering the best possible pricing on your favorite brands throughout the store. Like our lowest price on 24 packs of Blaine's brand drinking water, 4 for $10. Rewards members get 5 for $10. Assorted WeatherGuard truck toolboxes, 25% off. And this Milwaukee job site backpack, only $84.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. Don't miss our lowest prices of the year, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back. As we get into it, dense fog advisories in play until 9 a.m. You can see it is widespread across the region. And of course, we're seeing also some moisture coming in from the north, gradually trying to get in. That's cloud cover first, but you're also seeing some moisture down to the south going from west to east through the region. And eventually you'll see about a 63% chance of showers getting towards Prairie du Chien as we finish out the day and into the nighttime. Everybody else has about a 20% chance. Fog also holding on to the forecast as well as you get into Eau Claire. It's almost like a noir novel there getting into the forecast. As you can see with a few clouds kind of drifting by. And of course, the fog is pretty much settled in as you get into La Crosse right now this early morning. We'll give way to the bus stop forecast for the kids going to school. Early morning fog for you, 65 degrees, giving way to at least heading into the afternoon. You're looking at 74 degrees for La Crosse. Then we go at about 63 degrees for Eau Claire, picking up at least a patchy to dense fog, giving way to some sunshine. Mostly clear skies, though. I should say, mostly cloudy skies for the better part of the day with a few clouds lingering back in the background. We'll hold on to those clouds going in. We go to mostly sunny skies to start. Then we see those clouds kind of settling back into mostly cloudy conditions, giving way to some clouds that'll linger through the day, and that'll also give us into the nighttime as well. We'll hold on to Eau Claire with the clouds going all the way to the 7 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour as well, going into the noon hour with a little cloud cover. Then you get into mostly cloudy skies for the better part of the afternoon, going into some increasing clouds later on today as well with a chance of showers. And that, again, is a 20% chance. Highs for Tuesday, you're looking at 70s mostly for everybody, upper 60s as you get into Medford, and of course 74 for La Crosse for the high today, 72 for Eau Claire. Once you get into it for tomorrow, though, you're going to hold on to those clouds, still holding on with morning fog. Sunshine comes back. You're looking at partly cloudy skies, maybe again holding on to the possibility of some sunshine and cloud cover and some mist and drizzle in the forecast. Back to you.
In your morning consumer news, President Trump is expected to meet with Democratic leaders this week to try to avoid a government shutdown. The government will run out of money September 30th. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries could meet with Trump Thursday. The Democratic leaders say Republicans haven't negotiated with them to avoid a shutdown. Trump says he's open to meeting, but doesn't think the talks will help pass a funding bill. Chipmaker NVIDIA planning to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI. The funding will help OpenAI OpenAI build data centers to train and run models like ChatGPT. The partnership will likely create dozens of new data centers. The first phase is expected to come online next year. The companies plan to finalize details in the coming weeks. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics delaying its annual consumer spending report. Originally set for today, the report will now be released October 30th. The BLS says it found data discrepancies while preparing the report. What does it cost to achieve the American dream? According to a new analysis from Investopedia, you'll need more than $5 million over a lifetime to afford 8 key components of the American dream. Michael Yoshida explains.
Affording the American dream is getting more expensive, according to a new analysis from Investopedia.
Everyone has a different price tag on their American dream, but when we looked at what people want, the wants that people have, not the needs, it totals to more than $5 million.
Investopedia's Caleb Silver says they looked at 8 pillars of the classic American middle-class aspiration: retirement, owning a home, raising 2 children and paying for college, healthcare, buying a new car, yearly vacations, owning pets, and paying for a wedding.
Every component of the American dream has risen in price, not just over the past year, but really over the past 25 years.
Silver says several of these components have outpaced inflation. And while many Americans pursue some version of this life, the economic reality is it's getting harder to achieve it.
If you earn the median income throughout the course of your working life, we're talking about 40 years, from 25 to 65, you'll earn around $2.8 million or so. But if the dream costs $5 million plus and rising, you have to fill that gap somehow.
But Silver says don't focus on the $5 million price tag. Figure out what your American dream is and the amount needed to make that a reality.
It becomes a lot easier once you know what the number is, and then you can devote your time and your energy to both working, earning an income, and then investing your money so you can make that catch-up contribution so you can achieve the dream that you want to live.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett now. He's got an update on that morning fog we're seeing.
Yep, still holding on to areas right by Eau Claire, and that's not letting up right now. In fact, as we continue going into the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour, you'll see that fog really start to thicken up a little bit. And of course, that'll hurt the commute as folks heading on to work and kids are already getting into school. You're seeing this is not slowing folks up now. They're kind of moving a little swiftly there. You get to La Crosse and not much happening outside right now except that fog is lingering. I saw some folks kind of walking around earlier because it's so comfortable outside, out and about. As you can see, there's a little bit of shower activity going towards Madison and tracking eastward out of the region. Some extra clouds out there. That'll continue to stay for the better part of the day, and they'll have some shower potential there for areas by Prairie du Chien, as well as Boscobel getting into Richland Center as well. Everybody else holds on to a little bit extra sunshine. Call it mostly cloudy skies for you as you finish out the day, but those clouds are going to take their time giving way as we go through the morning hours. We've got drier air coming in from Canada. We also have moisture trying to build up from the south still. That moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, but that's going to get cut off as we go into the next couple of days. Some of that's happening already today as all that drier air from Canada is really undercutting most of this moisture here and really taking out the moisture down to the south and really cutting off that flow. 70s widespread as you go to the forecast today. We'll also see as we go right into it here, a little cloud cover up to the north. We've got 50s here, still holding on to the morning hours. And once we get into the finishing out the morning hours, we've got temperatures around 59 to about 60 degrees, so pretty similar conditions. We'll go back into the 4 o'clock hour, holding on to temperatures around 73, possibly about 70 or so. So I'm saying we're getting about 74 for La Crosse and about 72 for Eau Claire. We'll hold on to the evening as we finish out. A few showers coming back again, possibly for La Crosse by the river. You'll see that kind of pick up a little bit by Black River Falls going to the 6 o'clock hour through your evening commute all the way out to Wisconsin Rapids. Similar conditions for Eau Claire as well, and portions of Marshfield as well, maybe even Ladysmith picking up a shower or two, but more of that comes back for La Crosse going to Sparta, and maybe even Holman may get a taste of that, mostly maybe even a little drizzle. Not much happening though once you get into the rain forecast there. As you get into it, not much happening. We'll also find ourselves with a 20% chance of that happening, but you're seeing temperatures in the upper 60s to the low 70s. You get into Wednesday, morning cloud cover giving way to sunshine. Similar conditions for Thursday as well. Morning cloud cover, partly cloudy skies, maybe some fog as well, and then sunny skies will prevail. Highs for Friday, you're looking at temperatures in the 70s to the 80s back in the forecast as well. So we're going to get a little toasty as we finish out, but the first full day, you're going to hold on to morning fog, some cloud cover decreasing as we go through the afternoon, with mostly cloudy skies returning with a chance of showers in your forecast, giving way to cooler conditions for tomorrow, milder conditions for Thursday, and then warmer conditions bump up as we go through Friday, going into Saturday. Again, temperatures in the middle to upper 70s as we finish out going into next week. Back to you.
Still to come, the Trump administration claims Tylenol during pregnancy causes autism. This morning, medical experts and the drug maker push back on the controversial announcement.
Coming up in sports, trouble in Titletown. Reaction from the Packers after a tough loss to the Browns on Sunday, and a look ahead to next week. Coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Don't miss Ashley's Super Sleep Weekend. For 4 days only, receive up to $300 Ashley cash with select mattress purchase. Plus, get 0% interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Friday through Monday, only at Ashley.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. Plus, get $4,500 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
We really care about our employees and their families, and then also the community as a whole.
We have a lot of really, really good employees. It's like a family around here.
The customer is always number one. That's always our goal, to get them running.
Having Carrier as their main product, with the support that they give us, the commitment to their product, to our people, is outstanding.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
And air conditioning, your comfort is our business.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West-Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
The Medicare annual enrollment period runs from October 15th to December 7th. With so many choices, it can be overwhelming. At Strive Medicare, we cut through the confusion, helping you find the plan that's right for you. We're your local Medigap insurance advisors right here in the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse, and ready to answer the questions face-to-face or over the phone. Don't go it alone this annual enrollment season. Call or visit Strive Medicare today.
Don't miss Ashley's Super Sleep Weekend. For 4 days only, receive a free gift with select mattress purchase. Plus, get 0% interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Friday through Monday only at Ashley.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle. News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. Almost 48 hours later, and the Packers' loss to the Browns just still doesn't sit right. What seemed to be a win was just taken away in the final few minutes. A blocked game-winning field goal for Green Bay led to a Cleveland game-winning field goal, and one of the more wild turn of events I've seen. But let's go over a few key takeaways from the game. Starting on a positive note, the defense still looked really good. If it weren't for a late interception that gave the Browns the ball inside the 5 and that blocked field goal, they easily could have held the Browns to just 3 points. Second point, the offensive line. They have some work to do. Zach Tom tried to suit up at tackle, but only made it through one snap before a lingering oblique strain put him on the sideline for the rest of the game. And they just couldn't find their rhythm after that. My last takeaway, the Packers have to be more disciplined. 14 penalties on Sunday, 10 in week 2. When you go from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6, it just makes it way harder than it needs to be. The Packers, still one of the better teams in the NFC, but they still have to put in the work and prove it throughout the season if they want to be there at the end.
I just think this league is such a week-to-week league, and you can never lose sight of that. And you can't take any moment, any game for granted. And the goal, and I've said it a million times to you guys, I don't think I've obviously said it enough to our team, the goal is to go 1-0 every week. And it pisses me off when we start talking about things outside of the next game.
Well, here's the Packers' next game on the road in Texas up against the Dallas Cowboys for Sunday Night Football. Micah Parsons will make his return to Dallas, and I'm sure he'll have an extra chip on his shoulder during this one. The Cowboys' defense has given up an average of 30 points a game this year, so a real opportunity for the Green Bay offense to find their groove and score some points. And a big part of the Cowboys' offense will be missing. Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb said to be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks as he suffered a high ankle sprain on Sunday. Lamb has 16 receptions for 222 yards in the first 2 games of the NFL season, and he had been a big threat early on this year, so a bit of a break for the Packers. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Everybody's friendly, and if you've got problems or need some help, they'll pitch in.
All the things I used to do before I came here, I still do. It gives you freedom and a little happiness.
You don't have to shovel, you don't have to mow.
I would recommend this place highly. We looked at several, and this was the top of my line. The meals, everything is just, it's great.
Get an 11% rebate on interior stains and finishes at Menards. Add exceptional color to your staining project with Minwax Color Series. It's perfect for completing your projects 2 times faster while offering rich color. Get a quart for $14.99 after rebate. Minwax Polycrylic Max is a fast-drying water-based polyurethane that provides maximum durability in 1 coat for all types of wood surfaces. A quart is $23.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. A quarter of nursing homes forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden to stop making us pay more.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Dense fog this early morning to start. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now this morning on Alaska Parents, school could start a week earlier next year. We'll have more on this school board's vote to change the calendar in a live report. Those gummies and THC drinks you see at gas stations and shops could soon be banned in Wisconsin. We'll have more on a new bill that could empty entire shelves. Beer, brat, and bratwurst. Oh, brat and bratwurst. We'll have more on the Oktoberfest traditions you won't want to miss this weekend. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Tuesday, September 23rd. It is 6:27 a.m. Hope your morning is off to a great start. We'll send it over first thing to meteorologist Art Jarrett over in the Weather Center, tracking some early morning fog. You can barely see on your monitor, Art.
I know, right? Yeah, folks trying to head out there right now. In fact, I'm going to try to wake you up, get you going here. We're holding on to some patchy to dense fog across the region. 0 mile visibility getting into on Alaska right now. 60 degrees out there currently. It's pretty comfortable though, believe it or not, with this little blanket of fog. Holding on to City Cam, you're seeing similar conditions where you can barely even see the city. Yeah, there go a few cars out there. And of course, we'll take a look over in Eau Claire. You're seeing similar conditions as well. This is really starting to thicken up now. We'll get back into it as I just showed you before. This is a dense fog advisory. This goes until 9 a.m. But some of this cloud cover is going to lift but still linger. We'll hold on to mostly cloudy skies going into the afternoon. Lose some of the cloud cover, as you can see, getting into decreasing clouds with some sunshine on the way. Then mostly cloudy skies return for the evening and tonight with a little chance of shower activity. You can see that as well. And of course, on the bottom, you're looking at this week and next week. We're also looking into comfortable and seasonal conditions temperature-wise. Temperatures right now, 50s widespread to the low 60s. We'll also find ourselves with increasing clouds this early morning, giving way to some sunshine, call it mostly cloudy skies, with 60s in your forecast. Eau Claire following suit. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. On Alaska, parents and students, your summer vacation could be a little bit shorter starting next year. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is live in On Alaska with the new details for us. Good morning, Seth.
Yeah, the school board voted last night to start school as early as August 24th for the next academic year. That's a week earlier than the current September 1st start date required by state law. The district is requesting an exemption from the state due to high transportation costs for private school students who start classes earlier.
It's all about flexibility for us, right? I mean, when we're considering all of our options for next school year, we want the ability to look at everything. And one of those options we'd like to consider is starting prior to September 1st.
He says the earlier start would give the district more control over its calendar and reduce transportation costs. And now this is all waiting on approval from the Department of Public Instruction. Live in On Alaska, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for that update, Seth. Meanwhile, those gummies and THC drinks you see at gas stations and shops could soon be banned in Wisconsin. A new bill would close a loophole that currently allows low THC products to be sold here. Current law allows products with Delta-9 THC under 0.3% to be sold in grocery stores, gas stations, pretty much everywhere else. If passed, those products would have to come off the shelf. Local business owners say that impact would be severe.
We would have to take most of the products off our shelves, honestly.
It would certainly be devastating, not only for us, but when we think about all the people we do business with, it would impact them as well.
The legislation would ban any product with psychoactive effects. That includes beverages, edibles, vapes, and oils. Governor Tony Evers and Microsoft announcing a $4 billion expansion of the Mount Pleasant Data Center. The project is being called the world's biggest data center. It aims to make Wisconsin a leader in powering AI. Leaders say the project will create thousands of jobs, but some people are concerned about the environmental impact.
With this investment, Microsoft is making Wisconsin the home of the most powerful data center in the world.
The initial data center, announced in 2023, is expected to be operational by next year. The new expansion should be done by the end of 2028. President Trump addressing the UN General Assembly later today. The White House says he'll tout U.S. strength and his accomplishments. Many are watching to see, though, what he says about Gaza. 80% of UN members now back Palestinian statehood. The Trump administration does not. And the U.S. now charging a $100,000 fee for H-1B visa applications. Those visas allow highly educated foreign professionals to work in this country. The previous fee was between $2,000 and $5,000, so quite an increase. The new fee will only apply to new applications, not renewals. Google employees are protesting the rule.
I know from speaking with my coworkers on visas that they are scared that if they demand fair treatment at work, they will be retaliated against. So I call on all Googlers to stand in solidarity with our immigrant coworkers because we cannot fight any of this alone.
The H-1B visa rule set to expire after a year, but it could be extended. Jimmy Kimmel Live is set to make a comeback after much controversy. ABC announcing that Jimmy Kimmel's show will return to the airwaves tonight. Sherelle Hubbard takes a look at the controversy over which sparked a national debate about government interference and freedom of speech.
The show, which was abruptly and indefinitely taken off the air last Wednesday, is returning. ABC pulled the show after criticism and threats by the FCC over Kimmel's monologue where he suggested Charlie Kirk's killer was affiliated with the Make America Great Again movement.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
First of all, he said a terrible thing about Charlie, but he also suffers from the fact that he's got no talent and he's got no ratings.
Federal Communications Commission Chair Brandon Carr and networks of affiliate stations had threatened ABC over the remarks.
This isn't even a partisan issue. Free speech is the counterweight. It is the check on government control. That is why censorship is the authoritarian's dream. Those are Brendan Carr's words.
Kimmel's suspension sparked national outrage, with many subscribers to ABC's parent company Disney canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions, and protests from New York to LA.
It is our enduring duty as Americans to uphold our right to free speech, not just for Jimmy Kimmel and the hundreds of people who work for him, but for the preservation of our Constitution.
On Monday, a spokesperson for Disney said they suspended the show to cool tension over Kimmel's comments. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Disney said some of Kimmel's comments were poorly timed and insensitive, but after conversations with him, they decided to bring the show back. And closer to home, the man accused in the Doe Dodge Inn stabbing faces his preliminary hearing today. Anthony Jackson is charged with first-degree intentional homicide after allegedly stabbing Alex Graff to death at the Doe Dodge Inn in December. A judge determined he is competent to stand trial. His preliminary hearing will take place at 2:30. A traffic alert for Winona County drivers. Westbound bridges on I-90 over County Road 7 and Highway 76 are down to one lane for repairs. The DOT says the work should be finished by October 1st. The Franciscan Spirituality Center in La Crosse celebrating 40 years of service. The center continues offering a variety of programs like silent retreats, grief support, and spiritual direction. Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey proclaimed the day Franciscan Spirituality Center Day.
It feels good to be here to read the proclamation, to acknowledge the work that is happening amongst this group of individuals and all the work that they're doing in our community.
During the event, attendees received a special blessing in honor of the milestone. President Trump said there is a link between autism and acetaminophen, the active drug in the pain reliever Tylenol. News 8's Grace Monk takes a look at the president's statement and why it's raising concerns.
The Trump administration announcing acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol used during pregnancy, as a potential cause of autism.
If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
The announcement comes after Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. promised earlier this year to find the cause of autism by September. The FDA previously considered Tylenol as a safe drug for pain relief and fever reduction in pregnant women, while ibuprofen is not recommended. They will now recommend that pregnant women not take Tylenol unless medically necessary. The Autism Society of Greater Wisconsin says there's no research supporting the administration's claim.
At this point, there has not been a single study that has been definitively proving that Tylenol in any way causes autism.
Autism is a condition that affects how individuals interact with and perceive the world around them. According to Hess, the disorder can't be linked to a single cause.
Autism is potentially a mixture of many different things. So genetics being one of them, environmental factors being another one.
And trying to do so does more harm than good.
These baseless claims end up causing decades of shame and guilt and harm to families, especially to mothers, while stalling actual meaningful research.
The company that owns Tylenol pushing back in a statement saying taking acetaminophen does not cause autism. We strongly disagree with any suggestion otherwise and are deeply concerned with the health risk this poses for expecting mothers. The administration plans to promote a drug derived from folate called leucovorin as a potential autism treatment. Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
And leucovorin is a folate-derived drug. The medication is sold by Dr. Oz's supplement company. Oz oversees Medicare and Medicaid in Trump's administration. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on that morning commute. Want to give yourself some extra time today, right, Art?
100%, my friend. In fact, just remember, don't use the high beams in dense fog. That reflects back towards you, kind of blinds you as well. You're also going to be knowing that you want to start your day earlier, as Alexander just mentioned. Of course, you'll also want to make sure the kids are protected, that they've got some reflective clothing in that fog if they're walking to school, so they'll be safe out there but invisible to drivers. You're also looking at CityCam. You can see that fog is this kind of pea soup right now. It is widespread across the region as well. And as we go into it here, we're also looking at the possibility of this fog lingering right through the 8 o'clock hour. I knew this was going to happen for you. 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, that's where it really begins to ramp up. And then once you get into the 9 o'clock hour, slowly starts to diminish, but you're holding on to some 2 miles visibility by Black River Falls. You're still holding on to dense fog for La Crosse as well. Eau Claire is fine, but by the time you get into the 11 o'clock hour, everything's much better for a lot of folks, even though La Crosse has a little bit of fog, as well as Lansing and Viroqua. We'll hold on to the first day, our first full day of fall, holding on to overcast conditions, calm winds, and foggy conditions for this morning. And then clouds will decrease as we go into the afternoon, giving you some mostly cloudy skies for most folks. Maybe even some may even see some partly cloudy skies, but we'll get those clouds coming back again as we get into tonight, with a shower or two possible coming in from the north and working towards La Crosse and then finishing out. We'll hold on to observed winds right now. Gusts are holding on to at least calm to about 7 miles per hour to 8 miles per hour. Current conditions right now, 50s and some low 60s in the forecast. We're huddled around 58 to about 61 degrees. And a 24-hour temperature change, you can see maybe 2 degrees to at least 6 degrees cooler in some locations in your forecast. More about this in a moment.
All right, stay with us. We will be right back.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben today.
I never thought I would have to need an attorney. And then to make that phone call, I was terrified. And so to have Jim be so welcoming right from the beginning and so genuine and confident, everyone that I came in contact with through Schwabel, Getz & Sieben kept me at ease. I felt right away that I could trust them and that they were people that actually cared.
Call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben or visit us at schwabel.com for a free consultation.
Dear veteran, if you or someone you know struggles with PTSD, family relationships, financial or other hardships, let us help get you back on track. Here at Project New Hope, we offer a no-cost weekend wilderness retreat with only one mission: you. Licensed counselors are available around the clock, meals are provided, and there is no obligation to you. For more information, please visit projectnewhope.net and let us help bring you home.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination, because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
You may not realize it, but Boyers
and Pleasning have a lot in common.
We used to be neighbors at West and South Avenue.
Then we moved south to Ward Avenue.
And we moved north to George and Gillette. But we still have a lot in common, like comfort.
Like the comfort of a Pleasning taco.
The comfort of a Boyers sofa.
Pleasning chili.
A Boyers love seat.
Pleasning rubs.
The ultimate in comfort, a Boyers recliner.
And a Pleasning Bloody Mary.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, good morning to you. A whole lot of fog out there right now. I want to get you set up so you know what's going on. We have a dense fog advisory that is in play across the entire region. Look at that. My goodness, wow. Now that the sky is opening up with some light, you can see how reflective that fog is. That's why I was saying, you know, we want to make sure the kids have some reflective clothing on so they can be seen out there. And of course, you're also going to be seeing, holding on to CityCam, you're holding on to that fog still, just pea soup out there currently. All right, so let's get into your forecast here. You can hold on to a little bit of cloud cover sneaking down to the south as well, going towards Prairie du Chien, and that is holding on to some rainfall that was there earlier. They had about a 60% chance of rainfall. We still hold on to a possibility of that trying to break through with this drier air coming in from Canada. You see the darker marks there, and it continues to the Twin Cities right back into the northern portion of our region. And that's drier air that's really trying to break this apart and break that stream of flow coming in from the Gulf of Mexico going all the way up into Canada. We're also seeing down to the south, there's also that happening as well, cutting off that flow gradually. That's why temperatures will increase as we go through the next few days. But for now, we'll see temperatures drop back down into the low 70s as we go through today, middle 70s possibly in the forecast. But then we'll see slightly cooler conditions for tomorrow. Holding on to 7 a.m. this morning, you're looking at, again, temperatures in the 50s, holding on to a little light shower activity, trying to finish out through the morning hours, but most of it will just be mist and drizzle. It's not that heavy. We'll also see more clouds coming in from the south as well and from the west, and more clouds coming in from the north as well. And that's going to usher in a little bit of light moisture you can see as we get in the 5 o'clock hour. Not much happening now, but you'll see temperatures around 6 o'clock, 70 still widespread with a little light rainfall by Black River Falls. Now that was over Eau Claire about, say, 20 minutes ago. That pops out of that forecast here now. We'll hold on to the 8 o'clock hour with a little extra light shower activity trying to get back down there. You see it back to Sparta as well as La Crosse, and that continues into the forecast to finish out. That looks a little solid. Not much happening as far as rain is concerned here for you. You'll also see widespread 70s in your forecast, upper 60s to the low 70s there. As we go right back into it, Thursday will be like this. 70s, low 70s to the upper 70s as we begin to warm you up, holding on with that drier air moving across us with morning cloud cover giving way to at least some sunshine, holding on to at least mostly sunny skies for Friday, holding on to the forecast with temperatures from 75 to 81 degrees. Yeah, you can get out there and mow your lawn. You have some mostly cloudy skies today. But getting into at least partly cloudy skies for tomorrow, and then at least mostly sunny skies to finish out your day. So as I mentioned, morning fog. You've got some AM, PM shower chances. They're low, about a 20% chance or less. And the fall is here. The fall season is here. And as we get into it, take a look at what I've got going on for you as we finish out over the next few days, my friends. 74 degrees and 72 degrees popping in with temperatures rising the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Warmer, then milder conditions will ensue. Flipping over into the weekend. Get out and enjoy it if you can. A lot of folks with festivals having fun. And of course, friends all getting together and having a great time together. So enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Art. And of course, get ready to raise your stein. Oktoberfest starts in just a couple days. La Crosse has bragging rights as home to the Midwest's longest running Oktoberfest. And we're joined this morning by Hannah Amundsen, Executive Director of La Crosse Festivals. Good morning, Hannah. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Yes, thank you for having me. Happy Fest Week. We finally made it and we're excited.
Definitely an exciting time of year for you. So what can we expect? Kicks off Thursday. What can we expect this year?
Yes, it starts on Thursday, run through Sunday. We have the festival grounds opened all 4 days, carnival down at Copeland Park, 2 parades, and a lot of great different activities. So we invite you to join us. We of course have polka music all weekend long in the News 8 Now Heritage Hofbrauhaus. And so we're excited to have you guys down on the grounds this year and have a lot of fun activities.
Okay, it should be a great time.
All right, so as Alexandra mentioned, we have the longest running Oktoberfest here. Tell us about the history, please.
Yeah, so this is our 64th year, and our theme this year is Where Tradition Meets Celebration, which is a great tie-in where one of the great things about Oktoberfest in La Crosse is all of the years of tradition and history met with some modern programming and people that we invite new generations and try to keep that tradition and history going. So it's just another year of keeping that tradition alive.
Okay, and it really is like it's become a family tradition for a lot of people.
Yes, we hear a lot that people use it as their friend high school reunions, their college reunions, they skip Christmas with their families but do this together, and so that's what makes Oktoberfest in La Crosse really special.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, that's great.
So what's your favorite part of directing this massive event?
It would have to be what I just said, that it obviously brings a lot of people so much joy. I personally love live music, love polka music, and so it just brings a special ambiance. La Crosse in fall is such a special place to be, and so it's just something intangible that you almost can't describe if you're not down there.
Yes, people do look forward to it all year. And what are the must-see events or traditions that you people shouldn't miss?
Don't miss the tapping of the Golden Keg. If you've never been to that Friday morning, we encourage you to come on out. We offer a craft beer night event on Thursday, which also gets admission into Fest grounds all weekend long, so it's a great event to kick off your Fest. We also offer free admission on Sunday at the Fest grounds from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with programming for kids, all ages, live music, pretzel making necklaces, coloring books, the whole 9 yards. And so if you haven't been down to Fest in a while and you don't really like the crowds of Friday and Saturday, come on down Sunday, free admission, and you'll be able to experience the Fest grounds.
And what time does that kick off on Sunday?
11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, all right, very good to know. So it is family friendly. You think of Oktoberfest, you might not think of that, but it is something for the whole family, right?
Yeah, what I've been saying lately is that maybe not every part of Oktoberfest is for everyone, but there certainly is a part of Oktoberfest for everyone. And so we have the carnival running at Copeland Park, like I mentioned, Thursday to Saturday. We have free admission on Sunday at the Fest grounds, and we also have a free event at Copeland Park, Loggers Field after the Torchlight Parade, which is free, family friendly, live music. So there's a lot of different options. We invite you to check out our event schedule so you can find something that works for you.
Okay, great. And so do we need to get tickets ahead of time? Can we get them there? How does that work?
Yes, we always encourage you to get your tickets in advance just so you don't have to fight the lines when you're down there. So you can either visit us at the box office this week. We open at 9 a.m. every day, or online at oktoberfestusa.com/tickets, and then check the event schedule for the events that are free and you don't need a ticket for.
Okay, sounds great. Anything else you want people to know?
Stay safe. We have free shuttles. We have different options to help you keep safe, and just have a great Fest.
Okay, sounds great. All right, it's a big week for you, Hannah, so we'll let you go. We know you're a busy girl. Thanks for being here. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
The National Home Furnishing Sale is back at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 15% savings in instant factory rebates from our best furniture brands. Plus, get 36 months special financing with no money down. The National Home Furnishing Sale right now at Home Furniture.
Look closely at this truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Now lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $449 a month, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Asher Last Exteriors has moved to Chippewa Falls and is celebrating with a grand opening on Friday, September 26th. Come check out our showcase of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors, Gutter Helmet, Tundra seamless gutters, and Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens. We have amazing prize drawings and special savings of up to 25% off for our guests. Join us at Asher's at our new showroom at 1654 Commercial Boulevard in Chippewa Falls on Friday, September 26th from 10 to 5. Visit goasher.com for all the details.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. Help us become the next state to implement them and save lives. So please call your state senator today.
In the fight against Alzheimer's, now matters. Because now we have treatments. Now we're seeing change. Because now we're making it. So now is the time to move. With your community that will never quit. At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday. Only at Taco John's.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
When it comes to severe weather,
severe weather is a big threat.
Obviously, weather impacts everyone's lives, and weather changes, and you don't want outdated information.
Be confident in First Warn Weather.
A national meteorologist can give you the broad overview.
But we're here for you. I know what this is going to do. I know how it's going to affect your area.
If you're from the area, like I'm from the area, you know all the real nuances.
Expect more from your local weather team.
We're still here for you. It's important.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
An American has won one of France's top cheese competitions for the first time. Emilia D'Albero won the Cheesemonger World Cup, held every other year. The competition includes 9 challenges like blind tasting and cutting precise amounts of cheese without measuring tools. Contestants must also create a 3D cheese sculpture. D'Albero's winning sculpture depicted the phases of the moon.
On Alaska, parents and students, your summer could be a little shorter next year. And that's because the school board voted last night that school will start a little early on August 24th. Now that's a week earlier than the current September 1st start date required by state law. The district is requesting an exemption from the state due to high transportation costs for private school students who start classes earlier.
It's all about flexibility for us, right? I mean, when we're considering all of our options for next school year, we want the ability to look at everything. And one of those options we'd like to consider is starting prior to September 1st.
He says the earlier start would give the district more control over its calendar and reduce transportation costs. All this awaiting approval from the Department of Public Instructions. In Alaska, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. Those gummies and THC drinks you see at gas stations and shops could soon be banned in Wisconsin. A new bill would close a loophole that allows low THC products to be sold legally. Current law allows products with Delta-9 THC under 0.3% to be sold in grocery stores and gas stations. If passed, those products would have to come off the shelf. Local business owners say that impact would be severe.
We would have to take most of the products off our shelves, honestly.
It would certainly be devastating, not only for us, but when we think about all the people we do business with, it would impact them as well.
The legislation would ban any products with psychoactive effects, prohibiting beverages, edibles, vapes, and oils. President Trump addressing the UN General Assembly today. The White House says he'll tout U.S. strength and his accomplishments. Many are watching to see what he says about Gaza. 80% of UN members now back Palestinian statehood, but the Trump administration opposes it. And the U.S. is charging a $100,000 fee for H-1B visa applications. H-1B visas allow highly educated foreign professionals to work in the U.S. The previous fee was between $2,000 and $5,000. The new fee applies only to new applications, not renewals. Google employees are protesting the rule.
Know from speaking with my coworkers on visas that they are scared that if they demand fair treatment at work, they will be retaliated against. So I call on all Googers to stand in solidarity with our immigrant coworkers because we cannot fight any of this alone.
The H-1B visa rule set to expire after a year, but it could be extended.
Alrighty, we're going right back into it here, holding on to a little patchy to dense fog out there right now. We're having visibility down to about a half mile for La Crosse. That's why it's patchy to dense fog currently. We'll see that go to about 9 o'clock and then finishing out, gradually lifting into your afternoon where mostly cloudy skies will prevail.
All right, you got 20 seconds. Oh, 10 seconds.
Well, I can tell you what, we do have a chance of shower activity coming back in the forecast. We finish out tonight as well. Then that'll get out of the way, giving you way to more clearing skies and fog in the morning.
All right, we'll see you back here at noon.